Good morning, everyone. We are discussing this chapter, straight lines, and we completed up to this portion, that is distance of a point from line, distance between parallel lines. We completed up to this portion. So let us solve more problems from the NCERT miscellaneous portion. So here is the first question from the miscellaneous part. So first question is, find the value of k for which the line k minus 3 into x minus 4 minus k square into y plus k square minus 7k plus 6 equals to 0 is parallel to the x-axis, parallel to the y-axis, and passing through the origin. So these three conditions are given. You need to find the value of k such a way it will satisfy these three conditions. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about this question. This equation k minus 3 into x minus 4 minus k square into y plus k square minus 7k plus 6 equals to 0. So tell me first, what is the slope of this line? And if we want to represent this equation into the slope-intercept form, then what should be the equation? Then what should be the slope of the line? And what should be the y-intercept of the line? So if we represent this thing, this equation, first equation, this given equation, so we can write this thing as y is equals to k minus 3 by 4 minus k square into x, k square minus 7k plus 6 by 4 minus k square. So this is m, k minus 3 by 4 minus k square. If we represent the line into the slope-intercept form, so y is equals to mx plus c. So this is m, k minus 3 by 4 minus k square. And c, that is y-intercept, is k square minus 7k plus 6 by 4 minus k square. Clear? Now, if the line is parallel to the x-axis, that means the angle between the x-axis and the line should be 0. That is tan 0 is equals to 0. That means the slope must be 0. Right? According to the first condition, parallel to the x-axis, the slope of the line should be equals to 0. Now, if the slope of the line is 0, that means this value should be 0. That is k minus 3 by 4 minus k square should be equals to 0. So from here, you can easily say that k is equals to 3. So if the value of k is equals to 3, that time the line should be parallel to the x-axis. Now moving to the second condition, parallel to the y-axis. Now if it is parallel to the y-axis, then the angle between this x-axis and the line should be 90 degree since it is parallel to the y-axis. Now what is tan 90? Undefined. That means the slope is undefined. That means if the denominator is 0, that time we can say this is undefined. That is 4 minus k square should be equals to 0. So if 4 minus k square equals to 0, then k is what? Plus minus 2. So for the value of k is plus minus 2, we can say that the line is parallel to the y-axis. Now the third one. So the third condition is passing through the origin. Now the line, if the line is passing through the origin, draw the diagram first. If we draw the diagram, so it will look like that. This is the x-axis, y-axis, and this line is passing through the origin. That means y-intercept should be equals to 0. That means this quantity, that is k square minus 7k plus 6 by 4 minus k square should be equals to 0. So solve this one and find the value of k. This is your homework. Number C, condition number C, that is passing through the origin, is your homework. Okay, you can do this thing also, or you can choose that the line, this given line equation is passing through origin. That means it will satisfy the condition. That means in the place of x and y, you can put 0, 0. So that equation, that condition also you can say, and you can find the value of the k such that it is passing through the origin. Okay, so moving to the next question. Question number 2. Find the value of theta and p if the equation x cos theta plus y sin theta equals to p. First of all, tell me what is this representation called? It's called the normal form of a straight line where theta, what is theta and what is p? Just remember this thing, that is theta is, if this is the line and this is the perpendicular from the origin to the straight line, this is theta, and this distance is called p. That is perpendicular distance from the origin to the straight line is p. So the normal form of the line root 3x plus y is equals to plus 2 equals to 0. So you need to represent this equation in the form of, in the normal form. Okay, that is x cos theta plus y sin theta equal to p. So the given equation, now how to rewrite this equation? So you need to divide this equation by root over a square plus b square. That is the coefficient of x square, x its whole square plus the coefficient of y its whole square, then take the root. So that means root 3 the whole square 3 and plus 1 the whole square 1, that is 2. So divide the equation first by 2. So look at here, minus root 3 by 2 into x minus half into y equals to 1. So if we compare this equation with 1, that is the normal form with the 1, so we can say that cos theta is given by minus root 3 by 2 and sin theta is equals to minus half. Now check this one, both the sign, that is sin theta and cos theta, sign of this is negative. The value is negative of the sin theta and cos theta. That means if we find the tan theta, it is positive. So the angle will angle is in the third coordinate, since all sin, tan, cos. So tan theta is positive in third coordinate and sin and cos both are negative in third coordinate. So what should be the angle? So first of all, write down the angle, that is pi plus pi upon 6. Right? 7 pi by 6 is the angle. That is the value of the theta is 7 pi by 6 and p is equals to 1. So the normal form is equals to x cos 7 pi by 6 plus y sin pi by 6 equals to 1. Clear? So this is the value of p and theta. So moving to the next question, question number 3. Find the equation of the line which cut off intercepts on the axis whose sum and product are 1 and minus 6 respectively. So if the axis intercept on the axis should be a and b, that is the general form, x by a plus y by b equals to 1. You always write these things. This is the intercept form. So the condition is given that the intercept on axis whose sum, that means the intercept is a and b, then a plus b should be 1 and a into b should be minus 6. So these two conditions are given. You need to find the value of a and b, since you need to find the equation of the line. Now a plus b is given, ab is given. It's very easy to find the value of a and b. And you all know how to find the value of a and b. So first of all, find a minus b the whole square. Apply the formula, that is a plus b the whole square minus 4ab. Put the values, and a minus b is plus 5 or minus 5. So if a minus b is 5, then if we solve number 1 and number 3, a minus b is 5 and a plus b is 1. If we add them, so we will find the value of a. So solving this 1 and 3, you will find a is equals to 3 and b equals to minus 2. Next, moving to the second option, that is a minus b should be minus 5. Now if a minus b equals to minus 5, then we have to solve number 4 and number 1. So same here, add this to equation or solve this to equation, you will find a is equals to minus 2 and b is equals to 3. Okay, now then what should be the equation? X by a plus y by b equals to 1. So x by 3 minus y by 2 equals to 1 for the first case. This case, a is 3, b is minus 2. So this is the equation of the line, 2x minus 3 equals to 6. And for the second case, it will be x by minus 2 and y by 3 is equals to 1. That is 3x minus 2y is equals to minus 6. Or you can say that 3x minus 2y plus 6 equals to 0. So these two are the equations of the straight lines. Moving to the next question. Find the perpendicular distance from the origin to the line joining these points. Cos theta comma sin theta, first point. Second point is cos phi comma sin phi. So first of all, tell me the equation of the line passing through these 2 points. Then we will apply the distance formula. Okay, so the equation of the line passing through these 2 points, cos theta comma sin theta and cos phi comma sin phi. Okay, make this 2 symbol phi. This is psi is written here. So do it phi. This is also phi. Okay, so y minus y1, that is y minus sin theta, is equals to y2 minus y1, that is sin phi minus sin theta, by cos phi minus cos theta into x minus cos theta. Little bit simplified. Cross multiply it, y into cos phi minus cos theta minus x into sin phi minus sin theta minus, look at here, sin theta into cos phi minus of, so minus sin theta into minus cos theta, that is plus sin theta cos theta, and sin phi into minus cos theta, that is minus sin phi cos theta, and take it into the left hand side, that is plus cos theta sin phi. And this will be plus sin theta cos theta, take it into your left hand side, there will be minus sin theta cos theta. So minus sin theta cos theta plus sin theta cos theta. This 2 term will cancel out and the remaining terms is sin theta cos phi minus of sin theta cos phi plus cos theta sin phi. So rewrite this again, y into cos phi minus cos theta minus x into sin phi minus sin theta plus sin phi minus theta. What is the formula for sin A minus B? Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. Sin A, that is sin phi cos theta minus sin theta cos phi. That is sin phi minus theta. Okay, so this is the equation of the line. Now you need to find the perpendicular distance from the origin to this line. Okay, so put in the place of x and y 0, 0, since the formula is ax1 plus mod of ax1 plus by1 plus c by root over a square plus b square. So x1, y1 is 0, 0. So remaining term in the numerator is sin phi minus theta and the denominator is a square, that is cos square phi minus, cos phi minus cos theta the whole square plus sin phi minus sin theta the whole square, its root. Clear? Now break the squares. A minus b the whole square, a minus b the whole square. So cos square phi plus sin square phi 1 and cos square theta plus sin square theta 1. That means 1 plus 1 2 and minus of 2 cos theta cos phi and minus of 2 sin theta sin phi. Now again take common this 2. So you will find this is sin phi minus theta by 2 into 1 minus cos phi minus theta. What is the formula of cos A minus B? Cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. If we take this minus common, so you will find cos A cos B minus, plus sin A sin B. That is cos phi minus theta. This is a formula. Now 1 minus cos theta. Formula of 2 sin square theta by 2. Okay, if you forgot the formula, go to the trigonometric section and check the formula. These formulas are really very important. So 2 into sin square phi minus theta by 2. So take this whole term out of the root, so it will be 2 sin theta phi minus theta by 2. Okay, and all over the distance use modular sign, since distance is always positive, never negative, so always use the mod sign, since it is, we use this term in a positive sense. So this is the distance from the origin to the line. So moving to the next question. Find the equation of the line parallel to the y-axis drawn through the point of intersection of these two lines. First of all, read the question very carefully. Parallel to the y-axis. The line is parallel to the y-axis. First of all, tell me any line parallel to the y-axis is in the form of x equals to constant. So take any constant k. So x equals to k is let's take the equation of the line is x equals to k. Now it is passing through the point of intersection of these two lines. Intersecting point of these two lines. So let us find this intersecting point of this two line, that is x minus 7y plus 5 equals to 0 and 3x plus y equals to 0. Now apply any method to find the solution of this two equation. You can choose cross multiplication, substitution method, elimination method, anything which is suitable for you, which is more easier for you. Just choose this one and find the value of x and y, that is the intersecting point. Here I'm using cross multiplication method. So x upon, just start from the right hand side of x, right upper side of this x. So minus 7 into 0 minus 5 into 1, that is minus 5. So y by right side of it. So 5 into 3, that is 15, minus 1 into 0, minus 0. So 1 by right side of it. So there will be 1 into 1, 1, minus of minus 7 into 3, that is 21. So value of x is given by minus 5 by 22 and y is 15 by 22. Now the given line, that is the number 1, line x equals to k, is passing through this intersecting point, that is passing through the point minus 5 by 22 by 15 by 22. So can we, since it is passing through this point, we can say that the value of k is equals to 5 by 22, right? So what should be the equation of the line? So the equation of the line should be x equals to minus 5 by 22, or these things we can write 22x plus 5 is equals to 0 is the equation of the line. Clear? So moving to the next question, question number 7. Find the equation of the line drawn perpendicular to the line x by 4 plus y by 6 equals to 1 through the point where it meets the y-axis. So first of all, the line is perpendicular to the line x by 4 plus y by 6 equals to 1. So we can easily find the value, that is find the value of the slope of the line, since it is perpendicular to the given equation. So the given equation is x by 4 plus y by 6 equals to 1. So find the slope of it. So 3x plus 2y equals to 12. Take the LCM. This is 12. So 3x plus 2y is equals to 12. So y is equals to minus 3 by 2 into x plus 6. So the slope of this line is minus 3 by 2 and the y-intercept is 6. Clear? So let's talk about the slope of the equation, that required equation. So since it is perpendicular to it, the slope of the line should be minus 1 by m. So it will be minus of minus 1 by 3 by 2, that is 2 by 3. So slope of the line, that you need to find the equation of the line, which line is the slope of this line is 2 by 3. And look at here, it is passing through where it meets the y-axis, means this line meets the y-axis at the point 0, 6. So that means this line also passing through this point 0, 6. So any line passing through a point 0, 6 with the slope of 2 by 3, this equation is given by y equals to 2 by 3 into x plus 6. Clear? So this is the equation of the line. You can simplify it or you can leave as it is. Okay, so 2x minus 3y plus 18 equals to 0 is the equation of the line. So moving to the next question. If three lines whose equations are given, y is equals to m1x plus c1, y equals to m2x plus c2, y is equals to m3x plus c3 are concurrent, then show that this equation equals to 0. You need to show it. Okay, you need to prove this condition. So if these three lines are concurrent, that means it is passing through a single point. So these three lines, that means if we find the intersecting point of any two equation, that means and the third equation will also satisfy the point. Clear? So let us solve this equation number 1 and 2. Let us find the intersecting point of 1 and 2. Same here, again you can choose any method of solving, substitution method, elimination method, cross multiplication method, any method which is more easier for you, more suitable for you, you can choose those things. So here I'm subtracting 1 minus 2. So you will find m1 minus m2 into x plus c1 minus c2 equals to 0. So x is c2 minus c1 by m1 minus m2. Now put the value of x into any equation in between 1 and 2. You can easily find the value of y. So here I'm putting the value of x into the equation 1. So the value of y is equals to m1 c2 minus c1 m2 by m1 minus m2. Clear? Now, since these three lines are concurrent, equation number 1, 2, and 3, so the intersecting point of 1 and 2 will also satisfy the third equation. Clear? So the third equation will also passing through this point c2 minus c1 by m1 minus m2, m1 c2 minus c1 m2 by m1 minus m2. Satisfy the third equation. So put the value of, in the place of x, put c2 minus c1 by m1 minus m2, and in the place of y put m1 c2 minus c1 m2 by m1 minus m2. Okay, and simplify it, cross multiply it, and take all the terms into your left hand side and take common m1, m2 and m3, that is make it in a factor form. So it will be m1 into c2 minus c3 plus m2 into c3 minus c1 plus m3 into c1 minus c2 equals to 0. So this condition you need to prove. So this is the condition for three lines are concurrent, where the equation of these three lines are given by these three equations 1, 2 and 3. Clear? So here is the homework from this miscellaneous part. Question number 4, question number 8, question number 9, question number 11, and question number 12. And the left problems we will solve in the next class. Okay, so solve this 5 problems. Question number 4, 8, 9, 11, 12. They are very easy. Maybe this question number 12 may be lengthy, but it's easy question. Okay, so if any problem or any doubt is there, you're free to ask. Thank you.